Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the November 19th, the terrific Thursday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find a gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, during the next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there too. Go ahead, rifle off an email to me, steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question. Any in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Thirsty Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to La Show. Right now, mixed bag out here. Mixed bag. You got the Dow and the S&P trading lower, 128 and 8 points respectively, 0.5% and 0.25%. Up 0.25% is the NASDAQ 100. She's trading out at 11,922. The Russell's off. It's basically flat. It's down 2 points. Semis are up 10. So we've got things to look at. Leading the charge dollar-wise, the upside. You've got Mercado Libre. It's up $39, 3%. Shopify up $40, 4%. The Trade Desk, $40, $38, 5%. Olema Pharmaceuticals up $25, 131%. Twilio up $18. So certainly things moving to the upside. Grooving to the downside is Estee Lauder Company down $10. That's about 4%. Berkeley Lights out down about 11% or $10. Anthem is off 10 or 3%. United Health Group down 8. O'Reilly Automotive down 6 as well. So let's begin the day. By, I tell you where we begin the day. What are the markets doing? And it's really the intraday chart for the ES Mini that will go ahead and give you that signal. So let's go take a look at it. Here we can see as markets were moving lower overnight, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. They were pushing lower, doing so with less relative energy. And what they did was they generated a nice little hammer candle. Let me get my crosshair out here. This generated the Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottoming signal. That happened at 5:30 this morning. We had another one that came through at 10 o'clock after the markets opened, the little push to the downside out there. But it was just really testing the support of that overnight low, which held. Now, we also know clearly where resistance is at. So this is a beautiful thing. We really have a consolidation today inside the S&P 500 via the ES Mini that is in the range of 35.61. That's your resistance level. And support would be the bottom of this 30-minute bullish structured profile, and that'd be the 35.45 level. So you just have a good old-fashioned consolidation. Heck, we haven't really seen price get down on a closing basis below the center of that bullish structured profile. So it's really almost a range of 35.51 to 35.61. That is a pretty tight range for the ES Mini for the day. So how do you trade that? How to use that information? Very easy. You got a clear bottoming signal, and the question is price able to take out resistance? Right now, the answer has been no. But if you did see two closes, certainly one close would help, but two consecutive closes above 35.61, that would be telling you that price would be moving to higher ground. Now, the first higher ground is going to be the 230 high. That's the European opening range area, and that would be at a price level of 35.73, call it 35.74. So if price can clear first 35.61, then 35.74, then you'd be off to the races to the upside, could even be 36.13. But there's no guarantee that we're going to do that. I'm just giving you the numbers where the battle. This is easy peasy stuff right now. With today's information that we have, this is easy. This isn't subjective. This is objective. This is just you and I understanding the tools here, such as the Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal, us understanding support and resistance levels. And one of those areas that we use are certainly those TAS market profiles. Let's go take a look at the other equity future contracts for their 30-minute time frame, see if they're generating any kind of signals for us. For example, the NQ, which has not been trading lower, but has been trading higher. So what did it do? Well, earlier today, what it generated was a beautiful buy the D point. Just updating the chart here, make sure we've got everything. That took place. Let me get this cursor out here. So you can see nice big A to B equals CD pattern. It completes down here at 4:30 this morning. It does that when it generates that bullish piercing candle. So what has transpired since then? Well, we had a nice little TD9 count. And this TD9 count completed at 10:30 this morning. And it completed at 10:30 this morning, but guess what? It got negated right out of the bat. Right at 11 o'clock. This is telling us that there's a strong momentum move to the upside, and the NQ is very likely targeting 11,998. So no consolidation that we have here like we had in the ES Mini. The NQ, what we can see is we can see that it's oscillator unchanged line. Let me get rid of the A to B equals CD pattern. So boom, we're gone. Now we can see that that oscillator unchanged line changed colors about 2 hours ago. And when that changes colors, it just tells us that over the coming days, coming bars, not days, we're on a 30-minute chart, for goodness sake. Over the coming 30-minute trading sessions, I don't know how many, we should see price and that line catch up to each other. Now, the beauty there is the line changed from red to green. A red line means the price oscillator is below zero. Basically, generally speaking, a bearish message, directionally speaking, too. When the price oscillator is above zero, my line will be green. That tells us we have a price oscillator above zero. I think I just said that. Well, I just said it twice. But when price is above the green line, it tells us we have a rising price oscillator above zero. Those are bullish conditions. Now, the beauty of the oscillator and change line, and when it changes colors from red to green or green to red out there, one, you can anticipate that price and that line are going to catch up to each other. We don't know when. We just know that it will. And when it does, we know that what we're looking for is a result. And if the result is a test and rejection, bounces off that line because it's green, that is a bullish signal. And if you get that bullish signal, then that would be the indication that price would go target its TD9 breakdown areas. That's at 11,998 and 12,009 out here. Now, look, there's a brand new profile that formed at 1 o'clock. It's bullish in structure, too, by the way. And so there is a intermediate term into there is another resistance level, and that's at 11,963.74. So really we can say if you get the test and rejection of Stevie's green line, don't know whether we will, but if you did, and then you get it close above 11,963.75, then you hit those larger numbers out there. Yes, the 30-minute finished in A to B equals CD to the downside. So, Bill, that looked like this. I had erased it. My apology, but here it is. So our A point, we're just going to choose the highest swing point that's on our screen out here. Looks like about 6:30 in the evening, back on maybe November the 16th. So for me, when I draw this A to B equals CD pattern in here, I'm coming right down here to bar number 8 of this TD9 count out here, so that I can get my cursor down there. Can I get it down there? Come on. I don't know what the deal is. There we go. And then here's the C point. So, Mr. Bill, you can see the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD to the downside, confirmed with that piercing candle out there. So a nice buy the D point in the NQ on a 30-minute time frame. We'll be right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So let's continue on with those 30-minute time frame charts out there. Let's go take a look at the Dow Equity Future Contract. Not as clear and concise as the ES Mini. Now, it's clear with regard to the bottoming signals out here, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. And this is consolidating. It's really consolidated between 29,218 and around the 29,400 level. You can see the top of that profile is 29,333. But we can see prices stretch beyond that. It's around that 29,400 area. So just a good old-fashioned consolidation with bottoming signals out here. That's what's going on as we take a look at the Dow Equity Future Contract. Let's finish this off by looking at the Russell 2000. Russell 2000 out here, just basically flat on the day, so strong. This also made a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom, and which immediately took price up right up to a TD9 count top, and that TD9 count top completed right at the top of a profile. That was at 1776. So one would have expected, absolutely expected, that price sellers would jump in and try to push price down to support. It's within inside a bullish structured 30-minute profile. That's exactly what they did. They got price down to 1762.50. That is held. Price here is consolidated inside its bullish structure, 1762.50, 1776.70. Maybe you were looking for more action during the day out there. Not likely going to happen. Now that's a good range out there, 1762 to 1776. It's not like the normal ranges that we've seen lately, but this is what the markets are doing. And all we have to do is really study the short-term time frame charts to get a feel. Now we were looking at the larger picture. We looked at the daily charts. Did we look at? Maybe we did that during the 1 o'clock update out there. What I mean by the daily time frames here, when we're just take a look at each of the daily and weekly profiles, take a look at how things are trading, and with regard to the ES, the NQ, and the Dow, they're all within inside their daily profiles now. So a version of a consolidation out here. Whereas the Russell 2000 is not really interested in consolidation. I'm going to go ahead and trade above the top of my bearish structured profile out there. And that is, in fact, what it's doing. So the key level to be watching inside the Russell 2000 equity future contract is going to be 1761. If price closes below that, well, we'll join the other three, and that they are back with inside their range, so to speak, the range of their profiles. So I hope that helps you out with regard to the general markets out there. Amazing. No questions by email. The only question we have is from Ruby Tuesday. And so we're going to go take a look at that. Ruby's interested in natural gas. And so let's go take a look at a number of different charts for that. So first, let's pull up. This is the January contract out here, Ruby. So this is what we're looking at. And what we can see is an A to B equals CD to the downside. So let's go ahead and draw that in. Our A point out here looks like the trading day of October 30th. Our B point is going to be the trading session of November 9th. And our C point out here is going to be the high, the retracement into November 13th. You can see that price hit the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. Did it almost right to the tick, but not exactly. But there's your 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. Does this mean that natural gas has hit a bottom? No, absolutely not. Not yet. Not now. Not at 1:21 in the afternoon. And why is that? Okay, it's completed a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. Mr. Bill, you answered this question for us yesterday, I believe. If we take a look at the B to C retracement out here, that B to C retracement was 44%. So when we look at retracements, we kind of categorize them as Fibonacci retracements. 0.382 would be the first one, 0.618 the second one, 0.786 would be the third one. The shallower the retracement of that B to C leg, the more likely an outcome that you will see more than a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. So Ruby, if that is the case out here, natural gas more likely gunning for 251. However, if there's a bullish reversal candle on a daily basis that forms, such as tomorrow out there, well, then we have a different picture. But not until we get that bullish reversal candle will we have that different picture out there. So that's what the daily time frame chart is showing us out here. And really what the weekly time frame in essence is telling us, if price get back to 251, that's all the way back to the bottoms in March of 2020 out there. And if we look for the monthly profile out here for natural gas, it's at 250. So that 250, 251 area, really something to focus on. Now, intra-period out here, we might have different signals. So let's go take a look at those for Ruby. Let's begin. Actually, I think we're only going to take a look at two of those signals. One coming from a 30-minute time frame. And on a 30-minute time frame, as price was moving lower, it got to wave number 7. That is letter G. You see on my screen out here, you'll see at the bottom, you'll see 2 Gs and 1 C out there. I did some scanning and doing all the Chapman wave counts and alternative counts out there. So we do know that wave number 7 is where you can see a bottom. And in fact, we've done that, or it has done that, natural gas. It was trading, when I was doing that, it was also trading with inside a bullish structured profile. Price closed above that bullish structured profile at 11:30, and we're still above it. We're in bar number 5 of a TD9 count. More likely than not, natural gas should continue to move higher to sideways. Doesn't have to, and if it does, you'd be looking for a TD9 count to form around, well, not really till like about between 3 and 4 p.m. this afternoon. So watch for that, Ruby. If you see that TD9 count that forms, especially if it forms below the price level of 285 out there, expect to see a turn to the downside. And that's what the 30-minute time frame chart is telling us. If we go look at an even shorter term time frame, that would be the 15-minute. On the 15-minute, we can see that this completed a TD9 count pattern. It did it at 1:15. You're now in the bar that's going to end at 1:30, and it did it below 2.782. So the 30-minute chart or the 15-minute chart is saying, maybe I'm not going to let that 30-minute chart do what Stevie just said, based upon this pattern. And in this case here, you would see natural gas pull back to about the 270 level, maybe 2.705. And if it closes below that, then you should expect that natural gas will make its way down to 2.664. So at this stage of the game, we're going to call this nothing more than a counter trend rally. And we're going to do that based upon taking a look at the A to B equals CD pattern that is in place out here, the 1-to-1, which, by the way, a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. You can't hold me to this, but I'm going to share it with you anyways. That completes about 60% of the time. The other 40% of the time, it's going to be some type of expansion. And so we try to identify a set of tools that help us to understand when it's more likely that an expansion would take place. And Mr. Bill helped us yesterday when we asked the question, but it was on an A to B equals CD to the upside. And we said, hey, the charts are suggesting to you and I that it's going to be more than a 1-to-1 A to B to the upside because it was a shallow retracement in that B to C leg. So, Ruby, I hope that helps you out with regard to natural gas. Best of luck on that trade. No other questions that are in at the moment. So we've got call ahead seating 877-927-6648. It is thirsty. It is thirsty. It is Thursday, which means it's thirsty. It's thirsty, and we're serving drinks around here, so you might want to call soon. Okay, let's take a look at the New York Stock Exchange, kind of the wider swath of the market. What's its message to you and I at 1:26 in the afternoon? Well, the message is it's bullish. Why is it bullish? Well, because the advanced decline oscillator, which is the difference between the 39 and 19 period exponential moving average of the advanced decline line. I know that's a mouthful. And it is a mouthful, but that calculation is above zero. That's really all you need to know. You can look at the summation index. That's the line down below. When it's green, it's bullish. When it's red, it's bearish. Can it really be that simple, Steve-O? Well, with regard to the way the advanced decline oscillator works and the summation index, yeah, that's its message. Spot volatility well below its 50-day exponential moving average. Market conditions, they're still bullish. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab. Bam!
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So one of our dinners, Bob A. in the Tiger's Den, wants to take a look at Boeing. That's what's up on our screen right now. Printing out at 204.25. It's got an A to B equals CD pattern, Bob, that is underway, but not really confirmed, or what we'd like to say around here at TFNN. The confirmation on an A to B equals CD would be the B point of that pattern being passed with volume. The B point out here took place on November the 10th at 193.95. That was the high volume there, 46 million. When that was passed, it was passed with 40 million, so lighter volume, 38 million. Now, there was 65 million yesterday, but that really doesn't count. Now, it doesn't matter. Even if you pass a B point without volume, doesn't mean that you can't complete the pattern out here. So, as we take a look at this set of charts out here, Bob, what's the one thing that stands out at you? When you look at this set of charts here, the daily, the weekly, hint, the monthly, hint, the monthly, what sticks out at you with regard to Boeing? Because I want you to be able to look at this chart here. You asked me to go ahead and take a look at the chart, which we are. But I want you to be able to look at my charts when they flash up on the screen and immediately be able to read the message of the markets, or at least understand where's the key battle. Where is the key battle? And yes, Mr. Bill, it is a bullish structured profile. But what I want Bob to understand is that price is sitting right at resistance. And resistance is the top of that profile, which is 203.64. See how price here with inside that monthly profile, once it had formed out there, it found support at the center of that bullish structured profile. We really never know on a bullish structured profile whether it's the center or the bottom that's going to be the level that's going to that's the range out there, the support range. But my experience, really, just like we're looking at this chart here, is when price can stay above the center of that line, it tells us that price should be able to go ahead and push itself higher, which it has done here. So the real key level that you're watching come the end of the month, it's only the 19th right now, is 203.64. Let's pull over Stevie's other chart, see if there's anything else out here that Bob needs to be aware of. So here's the daily time frame. Probably be helpful if we populate it. So do we have anything else? We do. We have a TD9 count pattern that formed out here. Let me get my cursor. A few days ago. This was a trading day of November the 16th. And the very next day, price just ignored that pattern. So this tells us about a strong upward momentum move to the upside. Very similar to, I think, was the NQ that we were looking at. Its oscillator and change line had changed colors. So too has Boeing. So maybe what we're seeing here right now is a pullback, Bob, towards the green line, which is 188.14. And maybe price is going to move sideways until we see that test. It would be that test out there, Bob, that would really give you your signal. If price tests and rejects that, then price should move to the upside out there, at least complete that A to B equals CD pattern, maybe move beyond that. That's what the daily time frame chart is signaling to you and I. If we take a look at the weekly time frame out here, what the weekly time frame just tells you and I is that there's resistance out here in the 234.20 level. So that's a key area that price would need to get above. If price could clear that, you would have an A to B equals CD to the upside on the weekly time frame. We don't have that right now, but that's what you would be looking at. So you're looking at for an entry into a half position. Okay, so you're not in it, and you're looking for an entry. So from that standpoint, thank you for that additional information here. You're thinking 194. So the top of the daily profile is 193.95. So there would be your reason. But watch as, and I'm sure you don't have, well, maybe you do, the oscillator change line on your system. But watch price as it would be, attacking that area as well. And in essence, that's what I would be looking for. Knowing, and this is the important thing, knowing that price will have backed off from that monthly resistance area out there. And on the monthly time frame, now that we pull this up on our screen, we can see not only did Boeing hit resistance at the top of that profile, we can also see that it hit resistance of the oscillator and change on a monthly basis, which, by the way, Boeing has been below since March 2019, when it went ahead and confirmed a Rhodes momentum indicator top out there. Now, that was way before they took the 737 MAX offline or what have you. But so you had your signal before the so-called crash, so to speak, the move down to a breakout area. And it was the second breakout area, which was at 126.31 on a monthly basis, where the March move lower found support. So know going into this, Bob, that you've got a real key, that this is bearish, the stock, and that message really comes to you from this monthly time frame chart. So just know that as you're doing your reward to risk assessment out there, and best of luck with you to you on that trade. We've got a couple questions that have come in by email, so thanks for that. The first question coming in from Mike P, and Mike wants to take a look at SQ. So let's take a look at Square out here, and he wants to take a look at GBTC as well. Okay, so we look at Square. We know that Square is trading above resistance when we look at its profiles, above the daily, weekly, and monthly. So that's bullish. If we're trying to figure out where is Square headed to, that's probably a more difficult question out here. So I'm just trying to look to see, what kind of pattern could, do we draw the A to B equals CD pattern in here? We most certainly can, and we should. So let's do that. The A point out here that Stevie would use for this pattern would be the low from back on, looks like the trading day of November 4th. That's our A point. Our B point looks like it's going to be October 14th, and our C point is going to be November the 3rd. And that gives us a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. That would say about 210.54. Now, prices on the left side of the C to D leg out there, so it's on the strong side. So if price gets that 210.54 level, Michael, with price on the left side of that C to D leg, odds favor more than a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD to the upside, but we'll just simply have to watch this. But 210.54, 226.71 become your price targets to the upside, and that is the A to B equals CD pattern. Let's pull over our other chart, see if there's some other signals out here to help Michael. And when we take a look at Square, what you'd really like to see is this is two consecutive closings, today and tomorrow, above 191.40. That would be set up telling you the price is going to go ahead and move higher out there. 191.40, that's the TD9 breakdown level. We saw that there was a spike high and a close above that gave it up the following day. That makes that a really important level of resistance for you to be watching. If we look at the weekly time frame chart out here, anything in the weekly time frame chart to assist us, only that price is above the top of its weekly profile and prices above Stevie's green line. So this is suggesting that it wants to move higher as well. And the monthly time frame right now, if you can get a close above last month's high, that is at 193.44. We're just slightly below that right now. That would be a strong bullish message. If the price continues to rise, it's doing it with less relative energy out there. So just a bit of caution. But right now, the daily and the weekly charts are suggesting that Square wants to move higher. You also want to take a look at Bitcoin, I believe the GBTC out here, the Bitcoin Trust. So we're about to go to a break. And when we get back from this break, for Michael, we'll take a look at GBTC. Looks like it's trading at about 2010. Yesterday, generated Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. It says make sure that you've got your stops tightened up out there, and to anticipate and expect price to pull back to about at least 1896. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we're going to go take a look at Bitcoin Trust GBTC on my screen right now, and I've shared this with folks before. Be extremely careful in the digital currency marketplace. Not because of the way that it's trading, because at some point in time it's going to be worth zero, worth less. And this here that we're looking at, so about 3 weeks ago, China drafted a law to legalize the digital yuan. So we've got another country that's moving in this direction and outlawing the competitors. And that's really the important thing here. So, there's a lot of young folks out there. There are a ton of people that believe that, the digital currency is the wave of the future via things like Bitcoin and, all those other ones that are out there. And I'm saying be cautious. This is proof as to what is coming down out here, because the next one, the one that's really going to be out there, is the one that's over in Europe, and that's going to create just simply well, who knows what it's going to create. But chaos, like Get Smart out there is likely what we are going to see. And as those start happening, and so that includes investments like GBTC. And it's the reason that I point this out there, because people think there's no way governments aren't going to do that. They're going to allow competition and so forth. BS. That is absolutely, before Steve shared with you, proof right here as to what's going on over in China. If you don't think that that's what's going to happen across the globe out there, okay, then go ahead and think that. Now, back to GBTC out here, just to get a feel for what it's doing. As we mentioned, yesterday was a dark cloud cover. That's a bearish reversal candle. Price is moving higher, doing less relative energy, so it's confirmed a top. Now, if price can clear that, well, okay, then that would be a bullish message. Otherwise, you should anticipate that price and the green line are going to catch up to each other out here. Now, the beauty is we can see how the oscillator and change line has really acted as key support. So in this case here, Michael, if you were to see a close below that, right now it's printing at 1895, you would anticipate and expect a further retracement. That further retracement would take into 1650, 1560, or 1499. Those would be the areas out there. So if you're long a Bitcoin Trust, I would just tighten up the stops based upon yesterday's message. And the stop would probably have to be below 1895, the oscillator and change line. You've got to expect and anticipate that type of a move out there. So, Michael, I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. Let's go out to Gary in Michigan. Gary, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you?
Hey, Steve. How are you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for asking.
Good. I was just throwing out a new one for you. If you, as far as for me, EDIT, and it's involved in the gene world, manipulation world.
Okay. So it's trading right now. It's trading down into a area of support, which is the bottom of its daily profile, which is at 27.41. It's been tested twice now over the past about month or so. So if price closes below 27.41, we don't know whether it will or it won't. Right now, it's moving lower with about 395,000 shares. The last time down here was with 1.78 million on November 3rd. So it's moving lower with light volume. Would suggest to you and I that it won't break 27.41, or at least won't do that today. Now, what are you looking to do? Are you looking to get in?
Well, I'm already in pretty deep, and I'm looking to see if I need to, if gold does break lower, I want to take some stuff off the table and some other things and move back to some of my gold stuff that I've been putting in other things. So I'm just seeing which is stronger, which is weaker, that kind of thing.
Sure. Okay. So let's just take a look at
longer-term guide, but you know how that works.
Yes. So I'm just looking on my other chart here for edit. And what we can see here is that on October and what we're always looking for is we're looking for patterns that seem to repeat. If you can see that on a stock chart, it just gives you more confidence that you've been able to unlock the flow of the stock. I don't know what word I should use out here. But the point that I wanted to make to you, Gary, was on October 2nd, this bottomed with a TD9 count. Today's going to be bar number 8 of a TD9 count, and today is the lowest low of that count. So that would suggest to you and I that edit should form a bottom between either today, tomorrow, or Monday. We don't know if it'll occur on bars 8, 9, the bar following 9 out there, but very likely this is going to form a short-term bottom out here. Now, the consolidation pattern, the range of it is about 27.41 to maybe like 34, 35, something like that. But 33.14 is a resistance level. That's a TD9 breakdown resistance area out there. So that really becomes your range. So it does look like it's about to form another bottom. On the weekly, which is important because on the weekly time frame, as an example, price is below the bottom of its weekly profile out there. And what that does, Gary, is that opens up the move down to 2015. That is its breakout area. So you watch so if and what will be nice about this TD9 count pattern is if it fails, meaning you see it close below the low of that pattern, then that would tell you have a strong momentum move to the downside, and that would likely bring in this $20.15 level. We're not there yet, but you know what to look for because of the patterns that are in play, the daily TD9 count and the bottom of that daily profile. Does that make sense?
Got it, but it hasn't formed the end of the TD9 count yet, right?
Say that again?
Have you has it completed the TD9 count at this point?
No, today's going to be bar number 8, and so it and at least that's the low of the pattern so far. So as long as tomorrow price doesn't close above, I'll give you the exact number. It doesn't close above 29.06, then in effect you will have a confirmed TD9 count pattern. If it closes above that level, then the pattern just gets negated. It won't even show up on my screen any further. But at this stage of the game, it looks like it will complete. But you're exactly right. We really can't make that call until tomorrow.
Okay, but yeah, I anticipated it was probably not going to. That would be a heck of a move. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Be well. Okay.
You bet. Thank you for calling. That was Gary, and the ticker symbol that we were looking at was EDIT, and that was Editis Medicine out there. So thanks for calling in. Dennis G writes in, and Dennis wants to take a look at Tesla, TSLA. Last I looked at it, it was moving back towards its highs out there. In fact, maybe taking out the highs from August the 31st out here. So it's trading out at 502.18. Let me get it going on my other charts as well. So it's trading above the top of the daily, weekly, and monthly profile. So that looks good. Let's pull the chart back a bit. If it can close above this all-time high, what used to be the all-time high, 502.49, then it should continue to run higher. Might be an A to B equals C to the upside. Volume on September 1st was 90 million shares. Today, later in the loafers, you're at 47 million shares. So it doesn't look like it'll have the volume. But if it did, there would be an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. Again, the level you're watching is 502.49. Your A point out here, well, let's use this one here. Let's use August the 11th as our A point. Our B point is going to be September 1st, and our C point is down here at September 8th. And the 1-1 would get you up to about the 559 area. Watch 502.49. That's your resistance level inside of Tesla as of 1:50 in the afternoon on November the 19th, which is Thursday. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar's worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So Dennis's question was, what do we see Tesla doing for the next month or so? Dennis, if it can't take out resistance, that's at 502.49 level, then we're just in really kind of a consolidating type pattern out here. And if it can take that level out, then you're looking at a move right now that takes you into the 559 type area. So, not a big move, about a 10% move to the upside. So I guess that's kind of a big move. With regard to the rest of the day, folks out here, I think just keep it tuned in to the ES Mini, the 30-minute time frame chart. That gives you a signal. When we came on the air, we said, okay, what are the markets doing? you and I were able to look at the short-term time frame charts. It was very clear to us that price was consolidating inside the ES Mini. We knew where support was. We knew where a bottom was because buyers were telling us that by generating those Rhodes momentum indicator bottom patterns. We also knew that price was pooping out at resistance, and that was at the 35.61 level. That was the top of that 30-minute profile. We're now trading at 35.66, so we are 5 points above that, but 5 minutes left to go in this half-hour bar. If price stays above that, and at 2:30, price is still above that area, then where price is running to, if it hasn't been able to clear it, is going to be the high from 2:30 this morning. That level is 35.73.75, and a close above that should take price higher. Now, geez, Steve-O, thanks for sharing that with us. Higher to where? Well, the price target is really its TD9 breakdown level, and that'd be 36.13. But I wouldn't necessarily, well, the markets will do what they're going to do. But the key thing is, what are they communicating to you at 1:56 in the afternoon? And right now, the ES Mini is telling you it's busted that consolidation that it had been in up till about 1:30. So watch for a second close above that. Watch that next level of resistance, and that will give you the information you need to how the market is going to close today. Folks, stay tuned for 2 more great hours. I won't be with you tomorrow on Friday, but have a fantastic weekend. I'll be back with you on Magical, Marvelous, Magnificent Monday. Have a terrific Thursday, fantastic Friday, and a great weekend. Take care, folks.